Vice President Harris is likely to secure the Democratic nomination next month, solidifying her matchup with former President Donald Trump. Fox 11's Christy Fajardo joins us now live from Brentwood, where Harris has a home. Christy?
Yeah, you know, we are now faced with one very different choice than anyone predicted at the beginning of the year. And we spoke to one political expert who says all of this means that former President Donald Trump has to reset his campaign just as VP Harris is starting hers.
It's a monumental shift.
Sarah Sadwani, an assistant professor of politics at Pomona College, says the July surprise has both campaigns scrambling.
The Trump campaign had a real focus on Joe Biden's age. That is now a moot point because now the oldest candidate in this race is Donald Trump. And so he's going to have to reconfigure his campaign and his messaging.
She expects former President Trump to continue swinging at the vice president.
She is a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country.
And make a play for Biden's Rust Belt supporters who may not be as enthusiastic about Kamala Harris.
Certainly the Trump campaign and Donald Trump himself is a master at making personal attacks on all sorts of people. And we saw that back in 2016. We've seen it in 2020. We've seen it over and over again.
But Professor Sadwani cautions a Harris nomination.
Across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights.
Jeopardizes Trump's outreach to voters of color, pointing out she won over the Latino community in her California races. Then there's the black male vote that Trump was also hoping to expand.
This will definitely throw a wrench in that effort. For the last 60 years, the vast majority of the black voting community has supported Democrats. And most certainly we saw the black community come out in strong support for President Barack Obama when he ran in 2008. And no doubt Kamala Harris, being a black woman, will make a strong appeal to members of her own community.
And there's also a lot of talk about the fact that Kamala Harris is a woman. We did ask Professor Sadwani about that, and she says in this post-V. Wade America, the fact that she's a woman will play out very differently than it did for Hillary Clinton back in 2016. But with all of these changes this election year, she says, just waiting to see what happens next. Live in Brentwood, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Christy, thank you so much.